All right, welcome in everybody to Saturday's edition of Daily Bread, coming at you live at 10:53 on the East Coast. The chat's already bumping because they're all here on time, but one of us wasn't. You can take a guess. You can roll back and look into the chat, but as usual, let us do the work for you on Saturdays. You sit back, enjoy the day. Hopefully, it's some nice weather out there for you. You're tapping in with the best of the best for the MLB and footy plays of the day. As usual, we're live on Twitter at Daily Bread Media. Hop over to YouTube if you want to be featured in the chat. The best way to have it going, to be making fun of us, whatever the hell you want to do. Powered by the Wise Guys Diamond Club. Be jumping in there for Game 6 of the NHL. Maybe Sosa and I will have another head-to-head, but he owes me lunch still, so I'll be waiting for that. Got to keep letting them know. But how you doing today?
I'm fucking great, man. Um, you know, I personally thought you said 11:30 in the text.
No, you
So
didn't.
I did. I thought you said 11:30, and
And then
clearly that was not right. It was 10:30. I mean, 10 and 11 look very similar, bro. I'm just saying, like they do. They're like one number next to each other. So I'm sorry. We're here now. Glad you made it. I like that jersey. That's nice.
yes, sir.
Very nice.
What you see from last night? Anything worth talking about?
Um, the Phillies stink. That's nothing new though. The Dodger game last night was kind of weird. Like they struggled to score runs per Urias throughout the season, and then all of a sudden they score 4 runs early, and then they stop scoring. Also, Paulo Espino apparently has learned how to pitch again. All of a sudden, he's shutting down Texas's lineup at the crib. Insane to me. Um, Yankees finally took it. Jesus, they're a tough team to kill. Um, can't really think of anything else. Great night in the Diamond Club. Shout out to Andy, for real. Because yeah. Other than that, um, the NBA draft was splendid. The Sixers did a great job of getting rid of Danny Green's contract. The Anthony Melton can stretch the floor. Yes, I'm going to talk about the Sixers after the draft because we were very, very hell bent on if they're going to keep that pick or not. They obviously did not keep it. Ended up with a player who can stretch the floor, put the ball on the floor a little bit, and yeah, I'm happy about that. Yeah, I mean, fire LaRusso or like just prove that he's got dementia. If you can do one or the other, you probably get him out of town. Um,
Yeah, I was about to say we need the All-Star break for the MLB
what do you think?
because Sosa, if you haven't checked, the hot dog lines are already published. You got Joey Chestnut sitting at 74 and a half, so you know day by day I'm doing the tracking, doing the hard hitting analysis
Jesus.
for July 4th. But that's at least when the MLB teams start picking it up because right now you see a lot of variance in the MLB, and it's kind of where teams are planning to bring guys back right afterwards and all that type of stuff. So this is where teams are in survival mode, kind of like we see with the Mets to get past the All-Star break. And Goose is right. Huge MLS slate today.
I mean, I really can't listen. I really can't be like. I know also two things. One, if you haven't already purchased Detroit Pistons stock, you might as well get it now. They're gonna be fucking good. Shout out to Portland. They drafted Shaden Sharp. I think he will be a star. Mark that down. I'm a big fan of his game. Um, all three teams that picked 1, 2, or 3 won. They all got a player that can make a difference immediately and in the future. Um, the New Orleans Pelicans had a great draft. They drafted a player that they can use on both ends of the floor who fit perfectly with what they already have. Um, the Warriors got my favorite player in the draft. We were talking about Patrick Baldwin Jr. He is an absolute fucking stud, star, baller. They hit a home run with him. He will be in the league for 10 years, and he will get a bag at some point in his career from another team. He will be really, 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 really fucking good in the NBA. Yeah, that's all I got. in regards to the draft, I wanted to recap that because that's the last time we were on.
Yes, sir. We took yesterday off impromptu. It is what it is. These MLB slates, we try not to take off on Fridays, especially, but shit happens.
Absolutely.
I think we've teased them enough. Let's get them into the plays because you were late.
Right.
So hit them with your first one.
Hold on real quick. My first play of the day comes in the St. Louis Chicago game. I love the over in this one. Pull up my notes. You got Sampson on the mound and McCollus. I do believe that McCollus has been pretty good. He had one game where he was flirting with a perfect game, then he kind of has looked okay since. 2-15 game start. I love the matchup of St. Louis's lineup against Sampson. I think they can rock him early and go crazy. The over 9 right now is at -104. That's my first play of the game. First play of the day, Cubs, Cardinals, over 9 at -104.
Do we like Judge batting first in the Yankees?
I mean, bro, he's the best player in baseball right now. You can bat him 1 or 9th. It don't really fucking matter. You can't pitch around him anymore. He's not swinging freely. He's a much more patient hitter. There's really nothing negative I can say about him. If he hits anywhere in the lineup, he's a problem because there's no way to pitch around him. He's great at contact with pitches outside the zone. He's become a better base runner. He's become better defense. There's no flaws to Aaron Judge's game. There's nothing I can really critique at this point. Doesn't matter.
And then with this one, with O'Neal Cruz, look for his stolen base then because they're finally putting him up there. He's already grabbed 1 or 2. Look for the stolen base prop today. Against Kluber, could go either way, but that gets into obviously the play we're going to be going at. We're going back to fading Brubacher in the team total and not just going the full game over. We took the 1 game off because we thought he could come out. So that's where Tampa Bay Rays, first 5, team total over 2.5. Bigger number, but +125. We got to be rocking with that. I'm not going to be taking Brubacher in his K's. You can roll with that if you want, Tim. I'm just taking, since we're getting the first 5 team total over at +125 for the Rays. Easy to go there. He was clean in his last one. Don't expect this in an interleague start down in Tampa.
Yes, sir.
Well, Judge can't pitch, sure. Only one guy can do that in the league.
Right, only Otani. My second play comes in the Marlins Mets game. It's basically about the squarest play you can have of the day. We've seen Trevor Rogers be absolutely terrible this season. I know the Mets aren't amazing against left-handed pitching, but with their team total at 4, at a flat 4, at even money, I have to take it. Bassett's been solid, striking out a lot of guys. And I just like the Mets in this spot against Rogers. He's proven to us that who he is. We have enough of a sample size to know that he is not he's just not where he was at this point last year. Maybe he'll find it, maybe he won't. But against the Mets lineup, I'm going with the Mets team total over 4 at -110. Well, close to even money, about as even as you can get.
Yeah, I don't have much else in the MLB slate today. You got Eflin as a dog in one of the 3 real late night games. You got Snell at home. Snell, only a small favorite, which is shown over his past few starts. You like anything in that one?
I'll probably be fading Snell today. There's a good chance he hasn't been particularly great. Still kind of trying to find himself again, coming back from injury. And crazy stat last night. You saw Aaron Nola's brother ended up with the 1 run batted in for the game. That's crazy. It's pretty crazy.
Yeah, Austin had to ruin it for him. 8th inning too, or no, 6th.
Loaded the bases in the 9th, and Schwarber just completely chased a terrible pitch. I was watching. I was invested.
That's a smart way to say it, invested. But in Eflin, he's really just been thriving at home. in all his starts overall. He's 9-3 to the over, solely just because he's 0-4 with an 8.65 ERA. So that's where at Snell at home. I mean, I guess he's been a little bit better, but he still has that 5+ ERA through his 15 innings through 3 starts there. Team hasn't picked up a win in any of his starts, so they're 0-6. So if you think Woodard finds its level, you can be back in the dads at -125. Or if you think they go 0-7 in his starts, the Phils are a small plus money. You can decide that one.
I'm going San Diego Padres team total over 4. Another one where I'm happy with the flat number. If it were 4.5, I probably wouldn't have taken it. If you're going to give me 4, you basically described one. I think both pitchers look average today. I think the number is kind of mispriced between the two of them for the over. But I do like the Padres team total over 4, especially getting it at a flat number. If it was at 4.5, I would probably stay away for 100%, like I said. But at 4 at -105, that's my third baseball play for today.
Nothing on the Yanks, Strohs?
No. And here's why. When this series started, I hit up Andy. And this is funny. It's actually a funny story. I hit him up and said, Houston's going to beat the shit out of the Yankees tonight. Then they were up 6-3, and then they tricked off 4 in the 9th inning. They lost the game, bottom of the 9th. Yesterday, Jammer hit me up. He's like, Are you on Houston again? I don't know, man. I'm scared. Then they win. A 4-game set, definitely the series of the year to start, no question. I mean, and this is my idea behind Houston being motivated for this series is looking up at the Yankees and being 11 games up in their division and still not within 10 games of the Yankees, which is absolutely ridiculous, right? It's also to look at Boston. I give you that's another crazy factor is like, remember when Boston sucked at the beginning of the year and we were like, there's no way they can be this bad, right? Yeah. They're 17-4 in their last 21 games, and they're still 12 games out of their division. Houston, this is like the only this 4-game set was really the only opportunity prior to the All-Star break. They're going to have a chance to actually make up games against the Yankees. So I think their motivation is a little different. You know what I mean? So like the Yankees being a wagon is one thing, and them being a great baseball team is another. But I think that Houston is a little bit more motivated at this spot in the regular season, given the circumstances that I just described. You want to go in here and win 3 out of 4 and hope that they go on like some sort of a slide. You know what I mean? Because they've just been so fucking good to start the year. It's just insane to think that, again, they're 11 games back, second in the league, not in the division. So I prefer the Houston Astros today, but I like them in the first 5. I think that the lineup is very familiar with Garrett Cole, and I think that he has not been – I mean, while his record's good and his numbers say that he's been good, we've seen him get knocked around by competent lineups. He's fared very well against average or below average ones, but the good lineups – it's kind of like Verlander. When he sees a good lineup, the strikeouts immediately are under, and he has to battle. Same thing goes for Cole in this situation. If I'm going to back anyone today, it's going to be Houston on the first 5.
Yep. Maybe smart to stay away from the full game because the 2 times that Houston's been this big of a dog on the road, so greater than +125, they haven't won either of them yet. So Vegas has nailed when to give the big plus money price to maybe attract that money, but it's tough when you're playing the Yanks. Anything else you want to get through on today's slate? There isn't really any other games that are catching my eye.
No, sir. We're going to get on to the most important part of the show, of every Saturday show, which is where you give us the winners in soccer and we just listen.
Yep. Do it quick, easy. Be out here within 5 minutes. Yes, it's a Hoffenheim kit. It's long sleeve, which kind of makes it suck because I can't wear it out today, but at least we keep it cool in here. But we got 3 plays for you. First one we're going to be going at, you can target them on the money line at +150. If you're feeling frisky, I'm just going to stay on the pick or the draw no bet for Inter Miami at -125. They're a team you don't want to back while on the road. But if you go look at their home results, they're pulling out results left and right. So we're getting that little bit of extra insurance in case they pull out a draw here. The reason why we like this one is Minnesota United's coach just got that contract extension. Always fade the coaches after they get paid. Tough road travel spot down to Miami. I don't think Minnesota shows up strong. I don't think they get on the board. Inter Miami on the draw, no bet, -125. Second one, you know what it is. Austin's already playing today, so we're taking them on the money line at +116. They have yet to get a draw or a win against FC Dallas. Today's the day at home. You can get them at the short plus money price. So we're going Austin to finally get the win against one of their rivals in the state. The last one, you always know we got to take a dog on the road. You can take their money line at +330 if you want to go real crazy. I'm just going to take the draw double chance or the +0.5 on the Crew. Sure, they haven't looked too strong, but you can get that at -105. Show it the short price for them just to pull out a result against Salt Lake, who won't break 2 goals. Be surprised if they get 1. So that's where Columbus, I think they at least get 1 goal on the board and pull out a draw at worst. So that's where if you want to sprinkle on that money line at +330, go for it.
Sure.
3 plays like we do every MLS Saturday. There's some other tempting ones out there, but that big minus price in MLS is not what we like to do.
Yes, sir.
So what's your MLS lock of the day?
The 3 plays you just gave me, I'm just going to parlay them and put 30 units on them.
Easiest way to do it.
Lord, like I said, I'm definitely excited though, man. The Dodgers winning 4 straight, beating Atlanta last night. I'm obviously on them again today. You give me the Dodgers money line at +136, and look at what I just found.
Dude, you're the dumbest. Is that a white lighter too?
No, fuck no, it's gray. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that.
I really can't believe it was in your fucking hat.
I like Montreal after that loss. I don't know, man. You should. You should definitely do that.
Montreal after that loss isn't a bad look either, especially with Charlotte coming in to town. I forget what that price is off the top of my head, so I don't hate that. I just think Montreal could have gone maybe off to too hot of a start and is regressing back to their mean rather quickly. Do like what it is, but you do have to be careful because if your team does have any good youth players in the U20s, they could be out for national team selection. That's just wrapping up now, but with the MLS, they don't follow any windows. Montreal at -130. You can roll with it. Don't love it. Don't hate it.
Right.
But see, that's a lot better because that's where people aren't paying attention to the markets. Now everyone's trying to rush to MLS, the USL. Just goes else where nowhere else is, Cam. I like that.
Yes, sir.
We'll be back at you live tomorrow, but I don't think there's much else to say other than give us that like, retweet, subscribe. I got 4 plays for Saturday.
Can Freeman homer against his old team? Yes.
Really?
Absolutely. After not really doing much last night, yeah. And he's hit well against him, so yes. It's personal. Every time he plays Atlanta, it's personal.
Well, that's going to wrap us up for today. We'll be back at you live tomorrow. Everybody enjoy your day. We hope you all cash your bets. We out.